Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Links with Friends. Today is September 24th, and we're doing business and social for your hump day.
And this is strange bedfellows for sure, right? You know that there was some government wrangling behind this.
I read this and was like, something changed while I was gone. I was kind of like in the woods for 3 weeks, and I was like, now they're friends?
Well, maybe the China stuff might have also had something to do with this. Like, oh, we're losing a major market? Well, we better do something here.
Nvidia and Intel announced a jointly developed Intel x86 RTX system on chip for PCs with Nvidia graphics, also custom Nvidia data center x86 processors. Nvidia buys $5 billion in Intel stock in seismic deal. I don't understand. Like, Nvidia is sitting on ARM laptops that run Windows. Like, why is this? I don't. It doesn't. I don't get it. Also, what about the people in Intel working on graphics, like the ARC team? Is it very much like the Ralph Chuckles "I'm in danger" meme?
I mean, they're probably not going to use their work, right? They're going to use Nvidia stuff.
I mean, we have Intel followed up because a lot of people said that. Intel followed up and said, no. The partnership with Nvidia doesn't change our roadmap, but you know, in terms of like corporate Machiavellianism, both Intel and Nvidia have been insanely Machiavellian players in terms of business moves in the past.
Well, it might just be to shore up the American market because we know that the government, at least for the next couple of years, is going to be heavy-handed if you're not moving as much money as you can into this country, and they have been locked out.
Nvidia says the competition has undeniably arrived after Huawei launches its AI cluster. This is what we were talking about in the government episode, because it's like, why does China not want China to buy AI products? And it's because Huawei.
Now, these are rumored to not outperform Nvidia, but like at scale, they can get better performance just because it's so much bigger. But that's their own numbers. So no one's actually sure if that's real or not. But it's an alternative. And did you guys watch this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This was so good. First, unfortunately for them, it got spoiled a little bit starting out.
Meta Ray-Ban display glasses design and HUD clips leak ahead of Connect. And then they did Connect, and then it was a pretty amazing failure.
Those are thick. Look at those.
They don't look good.
No.
Like, I saw them, on the Zuck, and they were just...
Didn't look cool. And it was impossible to look cool when you fail this hard.
It's all good, says Mark Zuckerberg in his catastrophic live demo of Meta's new smart glasses going horribly wrong. So I think what happened is that the AI was responding so long that he then asked it a second time.
They cut it off.
No, according to them, that's not what happened. They updated it.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't update this story. But the CTO of Meta... let's point out that's not all that happened.
There were two major issues. Yeah.
First of all, they tried to do a cooking demo with this fella here.
Yeah.
And the AI just failed spectacularly. And it started gaslighting him, and it was like, we've already done that step.
That's one thing I think it cut him off is like the first thing was like, hey, do this. And he's like, what do I do? And he's like, oh, you already did this because it thought it already responded.
It told him, like, you need to put a pear in the bowl because you've already combined all the other ingredients.
Graded in.
And it's like, the ingredients are not in there.
And then they were like, oh, okay, well, let's just talk about taking a call. And so this is a picture of that. And Zuckerberg got a call, and he was able to use the wristband to bring it up, but he couldn't answer it.
And it kept ringing, and it kept ringing, and it kept ringing.
So what happened? Eventually they brought this guy on stage to try to, fix things. What happened? They claim, the explanation from Meta is that they wanted everything to go perfectly, so they weren't using the internet they were using the dev server. I guess it was the internet, but it wasn't hitting the main AI server. They had a special server set up just for this pair of glasses. And then the demo worked fine. Because in the demo, nobody in the audience had a device that was going to wake up when you said, hey, Meta. And when Zuckerberg said, hey, Meta, over the loudspeaker, they had everything routing to the dev server. So every device in the auditorium hit the API on the dev server at the same time.
Oh, my. That's exactly what happened to... I didn't know that. That's exactly what happened to Steve Jobs the first time that he demoed something that everybody was trying to use the Wi-Fi in the hall, and it just didn't work at all.
I heard some people claiming that, Mark Zuckerberg was making a joke when he said it was the Wi-Fi. I don't know. I've heard a lot of spin on either about what happened.
But it wasn't really the Wi-Fi.
No.
He was scrambling for something. He was in front of a live audience, and he was dying. He was drowning.
The other guy is the guy that's he's like, I think the Wi-Fi doesn't work. And he's like, sure, I'll run with that. Sounds good.
Anyway, it wasn't really like, I watched it and I was like, I don't want, like, they look dorky and they clearly are still not really working as well as they expected.
Now, we don't know for sure that was their excuse. Maybe it wasn't that at all. But that is seem like a possible reason that might
The entire auditorium going to the dev server. That's a big oops.
Anyway, I don't want to buy them. Tell
Well,
us if you want to buy one, Jack.
I don't want to buy those, and I definitely don't want to buy this. And if you did buy it, oh boy, did you make a mistake.
Samsung brings ads to fridges in a move that surprised no one that watches this show at all, I'm sure.
Or anybody who lives in modern society and sees ads everywhere.
Samsung Screens Everywhere initiative is morphing into ads everywhere. It is.
I saw someone comment, I don't know if it was this article or a different one, where someone was like, I'm going to catapult my fridge through Samsung's HQ.
They actually, when they brought these out, some people warned that this might be a thing.
Us?
And
Literally anybody, yeah.
they denied it. They were like, we would never do that.
We would never do that. Except for when we totally did.
And if you're looking to buy some new hardware, maybe need some new storage, some people are saying that the streaming era is over and we're heading back to a magical other era. Well, you might want to buy them now because by the holiday season, it might be terrible.
Expect HDD and SSD solid state drive shortages as AI rewrites the rules of storage hierarchy. Multiple companies announce price hikes too. Ah, yes, it's yet another free ad for serverpartdeals.com. The prices have already gone up a lot, and they're going to continue to go up. So if you need storage, you should check that out.
And California has squeezed another concession out of the mobile companies. This time it has to do with the cheap broadband, which the FCC has now destroyed.
Verizon to offer $20 broadband in California to obtain merger approval. At least according to this headline. No one will actually be able to buy it, Level1 predicts.
Yeah.
You know what else they promised here? Again, sit down, prepare yourself. Fiber build out. Hey, if you let us do what we want and you give us a sweetheart deal, we'll build out all the fiber.
That's the free space on the bingo card.
They've never even promised that before, really, have they?
Definitely not.
And flying cars are the one part of the future that we are seriously lacking. Seems like we're never going to get them because no one can figure it out.
Flying cars crash into each other at Chinese air show. The main problem with the flying cars is that now everyone is morbidly obese, and so that makes flying cars harder.
Well, not in China.
Not China.
There they are pre-fire.
They also claimed that no one was hurt, but then there was an anonymous tip saying actually someone was actually very hurt.
It's kind of a recurring joke that no one ever gets hurt in Chinese accidents.
Yeah.
Even though some people might have died. And the software section must begin, of course, with AI layoffs.
Online marketplace Fiverr to lay off 30% of its workforce in an AI push.
Maybe they can sell their services on Fiverr.
It did actually talk about a pivot. It's like where Fiverr is going to try to actually have AI do some of the things that people are asking for.
Which probably not going to work as well. Yeah. That seemed like, why would you even hire people on Fiverr when you could have AI do it yourself? Aren't you just adding a layer there? A needless layer?
A third party who's just going to take profit.
And of course, Microsoft. Microsoft really, really, really wants you to use its products, and it will do anything to get you to do that.
Microsoft tries a new trick to dissuade Edge users from downloading Chrome. When you search for Chrome with Edge, it gives you a comparison of Edge and Chrome that really heavily favors Edge. What if they're both bad? What if you shouldn't download either one of them?
Well, you don't even have to download Edge. Mm-hmm. It's already there.
It's your other browser downloader.
And Amazon has fallen foul of the rules once again, this time with their Prime subscriptions.
Amazon violated shopper protection law, judge rules ahead of Prime sign-up trial, which is, don't abuse your customer in that way. And Amazon has. So
the rule is terms and conditions should come before you pay for a product, right? Well, Amazon Prime, they came after. After you'd already put in all of your payment details, they showed you the terms and conditions. That's illegal. They were also upset about cancellation.
Being hard or impossible?
Isn't that one of the things that the FCC dropped?
Yeah.
They'd already worked on that.
It doesn't have to be. The rule was going to be that canceling is as easy as signing up. So if you go through a 4-step process to sign up, it can be a 4-step process to cancel or less.
And as soon as Carr got the FCC, I think they threw that out. I might be misremembering that.
How much money is he going to make in private industry when he gets out? Jeez.
What kind of gamer are you? Are you a poor or are you premium?
Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford tells Borderlands 4 critics to quote-unquote code your own engine and calls it a game for premium gamers.
Well, call me a trash gremlin gamer because I'm not interested in Borderlands 4.
I'm not paying $70 for your garbage, even if it did work, which apparently it doesn't.
What's amazing about this is that I noticed in the GeForce experience or whatever, it actually labels the game as not optimized.
Yeah, apparently even with top-of-the-line hardware, you're going to need to put the fake frames in there to get anything tolerable.
40 FPS on a 5090.
Yeah. But he says it's running exactly as designed.
A cinematic 40 FPS.
And this is probably sad. We don't know the number, and we might never know the number, but they had to pay something.
Internet Archive ends its legal battle with record labels. Why were the record labels upset? Because the Internet Archive was digitizing. It was the material records were made out of before vinyl. And they were breaking down. And so the Internet Archive was like, we're going to just digitize these. It's fine.
The names are names that I guess maybe they're getting some streams.
Yeah, and a lot of the artists who were the people who had made that music were like, no, we're okay with this, but it didn't matter.
They're all dead. They can't. Frank Sinatra, Ella
No,
Fitzgerald.
there was a list of other people who were included in it.
Oh yeah, well, no one cares about that.
Yeah, it wasn't the big names, but they were like, I don't care if my stuff's digitized for this. They signed a letter and were like, we're okay with it, and it didn't matter.
These aggressive banner heads. And over in the UK, they have done a survey. And remember that survey is self-reporting. And a lot of people in this survey said, well, I actually don't know, which means this number is probably way higher.
There UK firms are definitely using bossware to monitor workers' activity, a survey reveals. But like you say, I think the number is probably like 50% or more just because the survey self-reporting, we don't know.
A lot of people in the survey said that they would leave their job if they found out that were true, but I don't know how many options you're going to have going forward.
Yeah.
I also like that this is one of the reasons that UK lawmakers conflate the whole we can have surveillance everywhere. It's like, well, we just you have bossware at work. Why don't we just have that at home? And the state keeps an eye on you. And it's like, have you never read a book?
These days, young people definitely have not. Just get ChatGPT to summarize that for you.
Bother.
And New York is joining many of the states who are doing this horrible, horrible thing that's probably just going to be a federal law eventually.
New York could force TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram to roll out age verification.
Now, this one doesn't lock you out, but it turns off the algorithm, which I know a lot of people want as a feature. Like, it just show me my subscriptions don't. But it's going to be one of those things where it tries to figure it out. If it thinks you're too young, it turns off the algorithm, and there's something else it does, right? Maybe like messaging or whatever. And then if you want to turn that back on, then you got to go through the age verification. Now, we talked a little bit about Nepal last week. That story is amazing, but this is maybe my favorite part about it, because once you completely run the corrupt politicians out of your country, what do? You got to pick a new leader. How do you do it?
Nepal's youth protesters elect interim prime minister via Discord.
Do you think this will show up on the DC hearings?
This is amazing.
So we see someone used your platform.
They chose an existing lawmaker who had a history of fighting against the corruption. That's probably not the best step. But then if you're not going to pick somebody with a record, who do you pick? It's kind of weird.
It's like we're going to have to educate Bernie to decide who lives and who dies during the overthrow.
So that story.
We're running a server poll.
The number of three-letter agencies that are currently operating in Nepal to
Yeah.
try to control this has to be insane.
Yeah.
A lot of them taxpayer dollars are in Nepal right now.
I prefer to think that there's lots and lots of requests for use of taxpayer dollars sitting on somebody's desk, and it's just they're going neglected. It's just not intentionally. Just we're just not functional.
Well, I think they are. They're usually
They have enough autonomy to go do that.
Yeah, and they don't have to get their budget approved.
Certainly not if they sell drugs, as has been the case in the past.
Or guns.
Or guns, yeah.
Or secrets. Or blackmail. And TikTok. September 17th was the new deadline. Did they find out? Did we ban it? No. It was extended one more time, but maybe the last time.
Bessent says that the TikTok deal, I'm sure I got his name pronunciation wrong, that they got a deal framework reached with China. Trump and Xi will finalize it Friday.
And we found out what the details were about that.
Oracle Silver Lake Consortium to control 80% stake in TikTok US, the Wall Street Journal reports, but China's still going to have a seat on the board.
And here's the thing that I think they messed up here. Here's the thing that they don't understand their audience at all. It's a brand new app and you have to reinstall.
Yeah,
and I don't think a lot of people are going to. They're going to be like, you know what, we've already moved on to something else.
Yeah.
Let's bring back Vine.
It'll be Talk Tick.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll rename it. You can't give up your brand, right?
TikTok USA. It's got more freedom units than any other TikTok on Earth.
One of the T's is like got a trigger guard on it. That'd be good. And Facebook. Remember Cambridge Analytica? When was that? Was it 2015?
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
This seems like a saner time.
A decade, maybe not quite a decade. Well, we've come to the end of the road. It's time to pay up.
Facebook settlement payments are going out. Here's what to expect. $1.
It's based on how much Facebooking you did during that time. So everybody gets a different amount. I don't know how they determine that.
It's probably like 2 cents up to like $2.
Do we know what the brackets are in terms of Facebook activity versus not? Because it seems like at the upper echelons it would be $5.
Facebook knows.
And at the lower end it's like pennies.
Facebook knows exactly what those metrics are. And here's a fella who saw an opportunity and he took it. Saw an easy way to double his money, but might not have been legal.
Administrator suspended after selling Akron Public Schools lawnmowers on Facebook Marketplace. It's like, oh, we don't need those anymore. You guys, I'm noticing there's a lot of broken windows around. There might be more broken windows than there are non-broken windows at this point.
So this scheme is actually pretty impressive. He went to a lawnmower company and he was like, hey, I want to trade in our lawnmowers against new lawnmowers. And that company was like, yeah, we'd love to do that. Then he was like, oh, by the way, I would like to buy your scratch and dent lawnmowers that I just gave to you that I know are in perfect working condition. Then he bought them and went to Facebook Marketplace and doubled the price. And finally, Colombia has gained freedom from Instagram's vicious moderating.
The BBC headline is Colombian court rules Meta was actually wrong to bar a porn star's Instagram account. Thanks, Colombia.
So Meta argued that she violated nudity policies in some way, but I don't think she posted her content necessarily.
It was just like an advertisement for it, which is kind of what Instagram is anymore, right?
Yeah, kind of like our person. I'm sure it was very racy, but she pointed out like a billion other accounts.
Yeah.
I was like, what about these people? They didn't get banned. That's weird. And they lost in court. And they're not saying that this is free speech in Colombia. You got to allow it.
Well,
What a fun time.
we're gonna have nonsense on Friday. Also AI.
There's a
But
lot of
mostly
nonsense. A lot of nonsense.
Yeah, the Fridays are too big. We're gonna have to. I don't know how to juggle this.
Well, because AI keeps getting bigger too, so
Right,
it's
yeah.
like, we might have to put AI on like Wednesday.
The AI.
But then it doesn't. The juggling doesn't work unless we have a really small.
Business.
We have 3 big topics, and then nonsense is a big topic.
Nonsense has become a big topic because everything is coming unraveled around us, and we must have our.
You got to have something to laugh at, because I mean the show's too dark otherwise. Let's be real.
Yeah, it's like at the end of your
A
meal,
palate cleanser, a mint.
a little gelato
Yeah.
to choke down all the human feces.
It really is amazing how people misusing AI are negatively impacting other people's lives when it is probably also like, it's like literacy probably. It's like the printing press.
It's just power.
Yeah.
It's always been like that.
Yeah.
For these thoughts and more, continue watching to Friday. Bye!